Speaking of finding out, what's going to happen to Chelsea this weekend? You reckon you're making Champions League football?
Oh, hey, bro, listen, we must.
Why'd you move your hat like that? Like he's gonna do it.
Because Staffy, I'm getting a bit worried. I'm getting a bit nervous. You know what I mean? Get a bit nervous. You know, because I'm gonna be at that game. I should be at that game as well. You know, making sure that it's rocking on our side of things because it's gonna be rocking over there. We need to make sure that we go in with the mentality that we're gonna win the game, right? If we go in there nervous like what we did when we went to Wembley and played Liverpool in the final, I'm sitting there with Jem and Ches. I'm seeing Gusto struggling to fucking take a touch on the ball. I'm seeing Enzo struggling to just fucking help build up play. We're going to lose the game, right? You need to go in there and make sure that you quieten that crowd 10, 15 minutes. You're keeping the ball quite well. You're winning your second balls. You're winning your duels. Not like what we did against United the first half because these guys have Chris Wood. And I've told you already. Chris Wood, is top 3 best converters in the league with Isak and Wisa, right? We can't let that get any fucking chances, any clear-cut chances because we'll be peak. You know what I mean? So we need to make sure that we're taking our chances as well. Because I've told you already, bro. I've been watching Forest recently, and they've been getting pammed by a few teams. You know, Spurs could have beaten them the other week. So we need to make sure that we're taking our chances. We've got a little bit of a dilemma right now. Like I don't want to see George start up top for this game. Murillo and Milinkovic and that they'll just eat him up. You know what I'm saying? Big pause on that as well, right? So we need to make sure that we're doing something up there. I don't want to see Palmer playing up top because it takes him out of the game. Start Neto up top, if anything. You start Sancho.
Sorry, can I interrupt you for a second? Because you know when you first started talking, you did. I'm a bit wee. People don't know where that's from, right? He's a guy called Tom Skinner. This is what it is.
I don't get nervous, but I'm starting to get a bit shaky. You know, I mean, I'm a little bit wee.
What's that saying?
It's such a London thing as well, though. Because if you're not from London, English people get it, but if you're not from London, like. Saying I'm a little bit the fact that we all know what that means is crazy. I'm a little bit it means shitting yourself, but sorry, it made me laugh. That was such a great meme. Sorry.
No, it's true. That's how I feel right now, man. You know, so it's on these lot to calm my nerves. I don't want to be chasing a goal because we know Forest, bro, they can go in that low block and just get you on a transition. And you already seen sometimes on a transition the likes of Chalobah, the likes of Colwell, they don't always like it. I know they've been playing well recently, but I don't want to be in that situation. So we need to make sure that we go in there with the mentality that we're going to win the game, man. The quality is there. Quality is there, bro.
You talk a lot. We do this every week where you talk about this is what we need to do, right? But you never say what you think you'll do. You'll never.
That's what I think we'll do. That's what I think we'll do. That's what I think we'll do, bro.
He skates around it. He skates around it.
Yeah, he does, doesn't he?
That's what I think we'll do. You know, I feel like that, Lawless, because recently we haven't been on bad form. Like I know we had a bit of a blip with Newcastle, I hear that, cool. But before that, we won 3 games on the bounce. You know, we come from behind against Ipswich. We should be winning that game, but we made sure we didn't lose. So when I'm looking at our overall form recently, we've actually been picking up points. You know what I mean? So that's how I'm kind of getting my confidence. The main thing that I'm a little bit. The main thing that let me land my point, bro. The main bit where I'm concerned is what's he gonna do up top. We've got Gil back now. He's gonna be on the bench. Nkuku's back, but I don't want to see him play, bro. Up top, he's useless. So let's see what Maresca can do up there, innit? But I'm looking at Enzo. I'm looking at Palmer. I need all these guys to rise. Caicedo, you know what I mean? All of these guys. But Wakey, bro, you take your chances this time. Look what happened against United. Palmer, again, should have 2 assists. Clear-cut chances there. He misses, bro. You know what I mean? Neto, shoot more, blood. These are the things that I need. You know what I'm saying?
So, Don, a question for you. Obviously, you're saying you're going to win. If you don't and you miss out on Champions League, I think this is fair to ask because we've talked about Amorim and what should happen with Amorim because, you know what I mean, he choked in the final, all of that stuff. If you, Chelsea, miss out, the fact that there's an extra slot, you were second in the league, and then you miss out on Champions League football this summer, you're not a long-term project. We allow you to fail at this club. This is Chelsea. Ruthless.
No. Lawless. Stop right there and edit what you just said. Stop right there and edit what you just said, right? Because Roman's gone. Stop talking about Roman right now. Roman's gone.
Long live the king.
It's a new era. You know what I'm saying? It's a new era. You want new owners, right? No. But listen, bro. Regardless of the fan base, what? A lot of these fans want some rubbed out players. You know what I mean? So what? Do you think that the club listens to what the fans have got to say? You know what I'm saying?
I want to know what you think should happen. What should happen on your opinion?
What should happen to what? What's the question you're asking me?
what should happen to Maresca if he bottles Champions League after being second at Christmas? He's a bottle.
He listen.
Of course,
listen,
it's a bottle.
Listen.
Maresca has
Maresca
at Christmas.
Maresca, bro. Over that period, I already criticized Maresca numerous times because I think he made a lot of mistakes. He had a little bit of a blip in the season. Fair enough. I've criticized him for that. But bro, he's picked it up. He's picked it up a lot, right? The biggest problem. Lawless, let me finish what I'm saying, bro. The biggest problem for me this season, when I actually break down everything in totality, has been our finishing, bro. Our striker has had the worst conversion rate in the league this season, bro. Regardless of Maresca's faults, he's managed to still pick up more points. He started to problem solve a little bit, play Neto up top. Yeah, he was still picking up points recently, like I've said, right? But the guy that's missed a lot of chances, bro, in this season specifically, is Nicholas Jackson. Am I putting it all on him? No, I'm not. But when I look at our defense, bro, he's improved our defense. We've still got the third best defense in the league. We're creating the most chances behind Liverpool, bro. Right? I'm looking at Jackson right now. He's the worst converter in the league, even worse than Havertz. And we all know how bad Havertz is, bro. So what do you want me to do? Like, look at that and say, oh, Maresca, you've got to go. No, I'll look at it and say, bro, it's disappointing. It's disappointing that you haven't made Champions League. But in the summer, help this guy so the same thing doesn't happen again. I've seen enough. Hold on, Lawless. I've seen enough from Maresca for me to believe that if you give him the tools, right, that are missing in the team, he can cook even more, right? That's where my belief comes into it. But with Poch, last season with Poch, I saw way too many mistakes where I'm like, yo, regardless of the misses, he's still got to go. Tactically, he's not it. You know what I mean? But for me, Maresca tactically is better than Poch. He's better than Poch, bro. So he's got to stay.
He's better than Poch. That doesn't mean anything because you said Poch was shit. So
that's the reason for me saying don't get rid of him. I'm saying tactically, this guy showed me enough to want to keep him.
I'm just saying that to go from title challenging to 7th place is I think it's a bad look, and I think you can't just put that all on.
Yeah, but Jackson.
All I'm hearing is Jackson.
Yeah, but Lawless, you're just gonna scapegoat him though. Similar to Amorim. These guys feel like if they get rid of Amorim, you're scapegoating him. And that's the same thing for me with Maresca. Because I'm looking at the sporting directors. You know, why did you think Jackson by himself there with an 18-year-old kid that hasn't been trusted would be a good idea, bro? You know what I mean? You should have I didn't want Omarodian, but you should have got that deal wrapped up, if anything. We didn't really need Felix. You know what I'm saying? There's all these decisions that they've made which haven't allowed Maresca to be the best that he could be. Because, bro, you swap Jackson and Chris Wood, we ain't scrambling for top 5 like this. You know what I mean? We ain't scrambling for top 5. There's no way. There's been many chances. You've said it yourself. There's been bare chances that we've had this season where you're like, yo, how the fuck has he not scored that? And then we lose the game or we draw the game. You know what I'm saying? Goals change games, right? So that's how I'm kind of looking at things right now, bro. Maresca's, he showed me enough to want to keep him in it. Just back him in the window now. Back him in the window, man.
Is there a chance, by the way, that you don't get Champions League? Sorry, you don't get Europe.
Oh, bro, listen.
Are you guaranteed a European? I just want to know if someone will join me next
year. They can win the Conference League and get Europa, even if like whatever happens with the league.
And Anthony got a plan for them. We'll worry about that later. But actually, now that I'm looking at it, we're gonna lose to Villa. So if you lose to Forest, you're out of Europe.
I mean, like, people need to get out. People need to get out the thing. Lawless, we want a bit of stability. You want to cook us for having a bit of
stability. Doesn't get you a Conference League this year, Lawless.
What? There's no. What do you mean?
There's no extra.
Seventh doesn't get Conference League.
No, 7th doesn't. Why does a 7th get Conference League? I thought it always.
Because this year, so for this year, the top 5 are going to get Champions League because of the whole coefficient, which means only 6 gets Conference League.
Wait, so what about the Europa League spot though?
So the Europa League is going to be winner of the FA Cup, and obviously if they win the Conference League, they get there. So yeah.
Chelsea, could either have no Europe or be back in the Conference League if Anthony.
You know what? No. Actually, 7th might get. You know, they actually might be back in the Conference League. I don't know if this swaps.
There's no extra. There's no extra spot. I read this on the flick.
So what happened is, sorry, I'm actually lying. So 5th. Now it used to be 5th and 6th get the Europa League. Now 5th is going to the Champions League. Only one spot is going to the Europa League. Yeah. Apologies. So 7th is still Conference League.
And then Palace are in there as well because they won the FA Cup.
Yeah, and Palace are in there.
Love it, man.
So you'd be out of it. What's KJ saying?
You're bad guy. You know, you're enemy of progress because you're like, yo, in your DNA is best to have instability. Let's just chop and change the managers, drop them whenever. You know what I mean, right?
Your culture.
No, bro. This guy right now, like I've said to you, bro, I've seen enough. I've seen enough. Give him time.
Omen would never stand
Next
for this
season,
thing wrong.
next season, bro. Next season, if you bring him a proper striker,
shit.
you bring him Osimhen, you bring him a solid centre back. You change the
Yo,
goalkeeper.
Ben Jacobs just tweeted, Bruno has 72 hours to respond to Al Hilal. They offered him 700K a week to join Al Hilal.
Well, nothing about transfer.
Has 72 hours to respond to the
I don't know
offer.
about that, man. I don't know about that, boy.
No, Ben Jacobs' connections in the Middle East are ridiculous. It doesn't mean he's going to happen, but these offers, the offers from them are true. Also, breaking news from Plattenberg: Arsenal are in serious concrete negotiations with RB Leipzig regarding Benjamin Šeško. Whilst Arsenal are also monitoring other strikers such as Victor Gyökeres, their pursuit of Šeško is serious. His release clause is 60 million euros. What's really interesting is that, you know, a lot of the Portuguese press, a lot in South America have spoke about personal terms being agreed. The deal's going to happen next week for Gyökeres. Now the Šeško deal is being moved on. I mean, two things can be right at the same time. They may have progressed that Gyökeres deal to a certain point. Now they're looking at this Šeško one. Maybe Šeško is the number one target, and they get one in the backups in place. They go for the main guy. But since we were talking, they've got to move quickly. Since we've been talking, it looks like they're now really pushing ahead with Šeško as opposed to Gyökeres. But equally, does that mean another team's come in and turns Gyökeres' head? That's what I love about the transfer window, because everybody, have you noticed that people see it as very black and white based on their team? Terry, but that outlet the other day, you did a story that outlet said that Arsenal were pushing hard for that player. Now they're pushing for someone else. Was that outlet lying? No, but it was 3 weeks ago. We were told that there was an agreement between Leverkusen and City for Wirtz. That was probably true, but then Wirtz has rejected City. And then Liverpool have come in and turned his head, and now he prefers Liverpool over Bayern Munich. So Bayern Munich are pulling away. The stories that Bayern Munich were leading the race and that they advanced personal terms with the player weren't lies. That's what's so amazing about the transfer window. I don't know why people hate it. It's like the ebb and the flow, the deals in the. How many times have Chelsea taken players off medical beds from other clubs? And it's. I don't know why people don't look at that from an external viewpoint and go, that's, for me, I look at it, it's like the Vatican within Rome. It's like a city within a city. It's a game within a game. I love the transfer window, man. It's brilliant. Before
I go quickly, I've got a question for all of you lot, yeah? Let me start off with you, Lawless, yeah? Actually, not Terry. You think Chelsea are making Champions League?
Yes.
Yes or no?
Yes. Yeah. You're winning.
Yeah.
You're winning. You're winning.
Staffy?
I'll see you in the Conference League, man.
No. Answer the question. Are Chelsea getting Champions League? Are we getting it?
No, I just said I'll see you in the Conference League. You won't be there.
We're not winning this weekend. Yeah, we're not gonna do it then. Yeah.
Forest is gonna do you guys over.
All right, calm. Lawless, how about you, bro?
Yeah, I don't think you're winning this weekend. I can't lie. Forest last home game of the season.
Are we making Champions League? That's the question I'm asking.
Yeah, he just said no. Like if he said lose to Forest, it means no Champions League.
If we draw the game, Staffy, if we draw the game and Villa draw the game, we can still get it.
Yeah, you want me to predict all the results? I don't know. I just know that you're going to win.
Lawless, trust me. I know Lewis is weasel ways.
If Chelsea lose, done. If Chelsea lose, but then for some reason, United, as shit as they've been all season, Rasmus decides out of nowhere to score a dagger against Villa and take away the Champions League spot. Who the fuck can predict that? You think I can predict that United win against Villa? What do you want us to do?
Tranquilo,
no, because you're asking for foolishness.
Calm down, Lawless. I'm asking you, are we going to make Champions League? Yes or no?
Lawless, stand on business, bro.
Yeah, no, you're not, because Villa are beating Man United.
That's fine. That's all I needed. That's all I needed.
Now watch they end up losing, Lawless, and United pull up a draw or something, or a win, and this guy says, "Oh, you doubted us," like that had anything to do with the Chelsea game. Yeah, man. You know what?
John,
this weekend, I'm gonna cheer against United just because of you.
You wanted us, to put our chest out and say it. None of your weasel ways, none of your if this happens. Put your chest out right now and tell us you're making Champions League. No if buts.
Champions League.
Okay.
We're making Champions League. You get me? And that's it, man. Love.